How's it going, everybody? I haven't done a hard combo tutorial in quite some time. Really, the big ones I have are all on like YGO and those don't allow you to explain your choices, so I've come to like explaining a bit better. But for that reason, I'm going to do some more specific scenarios in this video, not really like one-card Venus combos. There's plenty of those on YouTube, I've said that before. And if you want to see generic one-card Venus combos, just look at any of my many combo tutorials. I'm sure I do at least one in there. But I wanted to talk to you guys more about some combos that I don't think have been showcased enough on YouTube overall, or some ways that you can play around hand traps. So that's what I really wanted to do with this video, and that's the direction I plan on taking it. So just fair warning, you're not going to see a one-card Venus combo. You'll see some Venus stuff, but it'll mostly be focused on some of the more rare hands that you're going to see. So with that, we will get started. The first one I want to show you guys is I found this combo on my own, and I've not seen it showcased anywhere else on YouTube. So I wanted to show you guys the Shine Ball, Unexpected Die, and World Chalice Guard Dragon combo. You don't need to run anything too weird for this combo to work either. I think I found it specifically because I run Happy Lever, but you technically don't need it, which is cool because not a lot of people, I imagine, enjoy running that card. As long as you run Venus with the Shine Balls and 3 Unexpected Die, always run 3 Unexpected Die. It makes no sense to not run a starter card at less than 3. And a World Chalice Guard Dragon, you are able to do this combo. So, well, you need at least 2, I guess, World Chalice Guard Dragons. But so it's a really cool combo because pretty much any World Chalice deck can do it, and it's really, really optimal as well. It really gets a lot of materials out on board. So we're going to go ahead and do Unexpected Die. Needless to say, we're going to jump right into it. And I'm going to bring out a Happy Lever. I'm going to move it down a bit. And I'll keep the extra deck and main deck well out of the way. So Unexpected Die, and we will get Happy Lever, and we're going to turn that into a Link Spider. And then Link Spider will special summon out your Mystical Shine Ball. Of course, if you drew Happy Lever, then you can just get a Mystical Shine Ball out instead, and it's the same thing. Or you could just use 2 Mystical Shine Balls, but this way you can conserve more summons from your Venus if you draw it later. And we're going to turn that Shine Ball into an Imduk. And now we're actually going to do something weird here. We're going to use our Imduk additional normal summon on the Guard Dragon right here. So we're going to go ahead and summon him out. And we're going to take these 2 monsters with the same type and attributes and turn them into a Union Carrier. Union Carrier doesn't have anything to equip Eva to, though, so we're going to activate our World Chalice Guard Dragon Engrave pretty early on in the combo here and summon out our level 2 Light Fairy. And now we have an Eva target, so we're going to equip Eva to that. As soon as I find, there she is. So Eva's equipped, and we're, of course, you guys have seen this before, we're going to make an Imduk immediately. And now we get our Eva search, and we have 2 Light Fairies Engrave with which to search, so it works out really perfectly. Fun fact, you can also do this with Shade Brigandine over Unexpected Die, but you do need a Light Fairy in hand, so there is that. Because otherwise you're going to have nothing to banish off of Eva. But technically you only need the Lee search here. And you'll see how long this Trickstar Lilybell stays on the field. You really didn't ever need it. But so if you wanted to, you could search Herald instead. But all you really need to do is get the Lee. So that's why it works with the Shade Brigandine as well, even though we're not getting that extra Light Fairy Engrave. This is just, you know, an example hand. It does technically work with Shade Brigandine. So we're going to special summon the Lilybell, and that's going to stay there for a while, as you'll see. And we need the Link Spider gone because I like Aurum in the extra monster zone. And it's very difficult to get rid of Link Spider in my extra deck unless you make an Eve with him. So we're going to do that. And then Imduk will activate. We'll special summon out the Lee. And Lee will search us a World Chalice. And we have not used our normal summon yet. We used our extra normal summon on that World Chalice Guard Dragon, but that is the only normal summoning we have done. So we can actually sacrifice our Union Carrier without Imduk on the field to get the World Chalice out. And then we can make Aurum that way. And because we sent World Chalice to the graveyard while it was tribute summoned, we get our 2 materials. So I'm going to go for a Guard Dragon, because we need Guard Dragon material. And we'll do another Lee. And for space issues, I'm actually going to keep everything in attack mode from here on out, since we've already used Guard Dragon's effect. That's the only time you have to summon in defense mode. So now we have our setup for LP, and we can get our Red Eyes onto the field using LP. And then we can use these 2 monsters, or you could use the Lee if you'd like, or the Lilybell if you'd like, to get your, oh wait, disregard. I made a stupid mistake. We need to get our Imduk on the field first. So send him to grave to add Lee to hand, and then revive your Imduk. Don't be like me. We can link these 2 guys off into the Ebe, and we can link those 2 Link monsters off into the Girsu. Ebe can summon out the Lee, and we get our draw 3. I'm not actually going to draw 3, but you would be able to draw 3 here, and you'd also have 2 other cards in your hand. Then we can link, actually, we can use Aurum's effect. This is a really cool thing. Aurum's effect can summon out the Guard Dragon. Normally, we weren't really able to maintain the Eve on the board, but we actually get to keep it this time. You're probably going to have to give it up again for other summons later, but I thought it was cool that you were able to keep Eve. That's something that I haven't been able to do since Synchro Eve was still legal. But we have all the materials we need for Saryuja now, and then we draw 4. And of course from here you would use either leftover Venuses or emergency teleports or whatnot to get your board set up right there. You'd want probably those 3 monsters out if you're running the Harpy package, or if you've sided in the Gamma package, or if you're running the Gamma package in your main deck, whatever you're getting out after that. The important thing is you got your Ningirsu draw 3 and Saryuja draw 4 off, so your hand is totally stacked and ready to extend further. And yeah, that's that first combo. Pretty cool combo. Not many combos allow you to keep the Ebe while maintaining Venus, while using as limited cards as you have in your opening hand as that. And pretty much every single World Chalice deck can run that combo because all you're running are cards that are really good in World Chalice anyway. Like I said, you didn't even need the Lilybell if you're not running that. Definitely a combo to keep in your back pocket for hands where you don't draw Transmodify or Lee or Venus or World Chalice, the normal starters for the deck. The next combo I wanted to show is definitely a more suboptimal combo. Well, it's probably the most suboptimal combo you can get. It's any 2 normal monsters and a World Chalice. But this is a combo that every World Chalice player should have the knowledge of, just because we are running so many Shine Balls. You're going to draw them at some point. You're going to draw your Chosen or whatever normal monsters you're running at some point, and it is very good to know how to use them in your hand. So I'm going to show you that one right now. It's going to start off pretty similarly. We're going to take that, and summon it, whatever normal monster. It doesn't matter the order you do it in. And of course, Link Spider will special summon out the second one, giving you the Mduck. And you can sacrifice the Mduck with your additional normal summon for the World Chalice. That's not in the extra monster zone. And we can link those off into your Link 2 of choice. I like Orem, so that is who I will make. And your World Chalice will go off. And we will get you have to get a normal monster, so it sucks if you drew Chosen in your open hand, but if you're running more than one Chosen, unlike me, then you'll be much better off because you'll still be able to do this combo, and it will be even more consistent for you. Lee has to search Guard Dragon, though, for my deck to work at least, so keep that in mind. We're going to make our second Mduck, and then we can link those off. And the only reason we made Mduck is to get that summoning effect so that we can special summon our Guard Dragon out. And then we can make LP. And LP can make our Red Eyes. And Red Eyes can revive the Mduck that we sent to grave. And then we can get rid of LP to get Lee back to hand so that we're not locked into dragons. And we can use our Guard Dragon. And the problem with this combo is that we only have one Guard Dragon in grave, so once we use it, we have no way of making Pisty now, because all of the dragons in our grave are Link monsters, or this gigantic Red Eyes. So that is unfortunate, and in a world where Red Eyes was not eroded, it didn't matter. This combo would have worked perfectly well still, but due to the hit to Red Eyes, it no longer works as well, unfortunately. So we're going to make an Eve here, and we are going to link off. You will still get the Ningirsu draw 3, but now, of course, we have no way of extending further unless we drew something. You can draw any World Chalice monster, not named Lee. I mean, you could also use Lee if you wanted to. But you wouldn't get the Saryuja to draw 4 at that point unless you gave up your Ningirsu. But you would draw 3. I'm going to draw 3 just to see what we get here. We drew Parallel Exceed, Shade Brigandine, and Lilybell, which works fine because now we can just activate the Shade Brigandine. And of course continue like normal. But it is very regrettable that you have to bank on getting something with Ningirsu to get your Saryuja draw 4, but it is the only really good way I found to play with 2 normal monsters and a World Chalice. And of course, hopefully you drew Venus. I mean, we can see if we drew Venus, but you know, no Venus, unfortunately. But we did get the Parallel Exceed, so we can at least set up a a Harpy's Featherstorm with this type of hand. And of course, I wasn't using the 2 extra the 2 extra cards you had in your hand from the opening hand. I just showed you 2 normal monsters and World Chalice. So that's that combo. And the last combo I want to show you guys, well, actually, I'll show you guys 2 more combos because I have one more in my mind that I'd like to show you guys. But I'm not going to go very far into it. So 1.5 more combos, we'll say, as soon as I pack up. And those are 2 hands that don't have Venus. And now I want to show you guys something I like to do with Venus if I open up the proper cards for it. And that is the most optimal hand you can see. And that is Venus, Unexpected Die, and either or, and all of those would apply. These guys right here. And this is more of a my deck specific thing because I can't imagine many people are running Harpy's Featherstorm, but I like it because I still don't think it matters which normal monsters you run as long as your normal monsters work for you. So I have running those. But this hand technically cannot, like, unless they Ash the Unexpected Die or something like that, this hand plays through every single hand trap in the game, except Red Reboot and Nibiru. But not many people are running Red Reboot nowadays because that card is pretty much, nobody plays it. It's limited. It's not very consistent. But I'll show you guys how this hand, and of course, if you only have one of these two, you're still playing through some pretty good stuff. This allows you to play through impermanence, and this allows you to play through literally everything else. So the two together, if you're in your opening hand, make quite a nice pair. Once again, really, Venus is just the one card combo here. These cards just are cards that allow you to facilitate Venus always going off. So keep that in mind. It's not like I'm saying you need to draw all four of these cards for this combo to work. There's many one-card Venus combos out there on many different channels. All of them are quite awesome. This is just something I found to play through hand traps pretty consistently. Well, actually, don't do that. Always use Unexpected Die first. Don't be like me. And we're going to get out the Harpy Lady. And now we slam our Harpy's Featherstorm. And hand traps not named impermanents are turned off. And all of that's that. You know, there's no more Nibiru, no more Ash, no more Effect Veiler. All of it's gone. And we're going to link that off into Link Spider. And then we're going to normal summon our Venus. And when we activate our Venus and they try to impermanence it, we're going to destroy their impermanence with a World Chalice card drag. Now, if your opponent has two impermanences in their hand, well, I'm sorry about that. That's horrible luck. But I think playing through every single monster hand trap in the game and one impermanence is pretty impressive for World Chalice. So, of course, you've seen the Venus combo 1,000 times before. I'm going to probably run through this pretty quick. The only difference is now we have a Link Spider here instead of the Union Carrier. So I will show you guys what I do to deal with that, because we can't really make Masquerena anymore without messing up our Guard Dragon arrows. So keep that in mind, but I'll show you the combo along the way. And another side note, we don't have to search Lilybell anymore because we have the Trickstar, or we have the extra material in Link Spider as is. So that's really cool. We're also setting up an extra negate once it's all said and done. We get the Link Spider, and then we search for the Lee. And the Herald. Lee and Herald right there. And of course, Herald doesn't matter in this case, but if you didn't open the Harpy's Featherstorm and you had an extra fairy in hand, if they had not Nibiru'd you or used any of their other monster hand traps, there's some hand trap protection right there, which is convenient enough. Unfortunately, it's not before the 5th summon, but you know, we work with what we got. Anyway, we can take those two and make a Ebe, and then we can summon the Lee, and the Lee will search for the World Chalice. Stop me if you've seen this one before. And then we can, well, we need our extra normal summon. Also, don't summon Lee there. That's stupid, because then you can't use Mduck. Summon it in the far zone. Mduck will allow you to normal summon World Chalice, and then you, of course, make Aurum. And I'm going to go through this part really fast, because you guys have seen this before. What am I doing? I need to search first. But Aurum. And we get double Guard Dragon. And then we make our Leap here. We can't make Masquerena because we need a zone, so she provides the zone. Make the Guard Dragon, and of course this should look pretty familiar to the last combo because my deck is built to get to this point over and over again. So if you want more explanation on this, go back and rewatch the last part of the video. Revive the Mduck. Actually, send it to Great first. Always send this to Great first, because Mduck needs to go right there, and I have to leave a hand. I'm just going too fast, so I'm not seeing it. Banish the Guard Dragon to get the normal monster. and summon the Leeb, or Ebe, rather. Get the Ningirsu. Ebe summons the Lee, you draw 3, and you do a Aurum Swabaroo for a Guard Dragon. I used the one at the bottom, but technically we have all 3 in circulation now, so even if you didn't have that impermanence one, or that impermanence stopper one, you'd be fine. And then, special summon the banished. And there's your 4 materials for Saryuja. And you already have your Leeb out, so just get Masquerena out. And if you drew another Harpy's Featherstorm, try and get that Harpy Lady out if you're running that. But that's that combo. The last combo I want to show, and this won't be much of a combo so much as it is a repeat of the last one, but I just want to show a cool interaction. A long time ago, one of my better videos, or at least it did better, was one where I had the Gamma package in. And I still run the Gamma package. I actually side out the Harpy Lady stuff, and I play it in the Gamma package because it costs exactly the same amount of space. 4 main deck slots and 1 extra deck slot. So I will side in the Gamma package, which is right here. And I want to show a really cool interaction with that. As soon as I side deck here for match 2. So those are out, and those go in. And a cool thing with this, I'm going to use Lee here for example. And I'm not going to activate Lee's effect when I summon her because I would rather it not get hit by a hand trap. But if you use Lee and you have Transmodify and Gamma in hand, when you activate Transmodify, this is a really cool interaction. It's going to eat the Ash Blossom. It always eats the Ash Blossom. It's the biggest Ash bait in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Everybody loves to Ash Transmodify. And now you don't have any monsters on the field, so you can actually use Psyframe Gear Gamma, and you can get out your Psyframe Driver, in addition to a Venus, and that's another normal monster you can use. That's some random material you can use. So that's a really cool interaction that Gamma has with this deck in particular. It's also really good going second in general, either on your opponent's turn or I actually sometimes save Gamma for my turn just to stop one of their interruptions if I have Transmodify in hand, just because I really like the ability to reuse Driver, and sending it to grave off of an Mduk summon is pretty cool. So that is the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the more niche hands as opposed to just 1-card Venus combos, and I hope you guys have a good day.